Angela Armstrong. I'm a lighting intern at Portland Stage, and today I'll be showing you some cool lighting techniques you can do from your own house. So some of the things you'll need some toilet paper tubes or paper towel tubes, a flashlight. I'm going to be using an LED flashlight as well as a flashlight on the back of my phone. But if you have a traditional flashlight, you can use that as well. It's going to vary the different type of lighting effects you'll get based on the color of the light inside. You will also need some plastic bags. I just cut these are just little scraps from another project I had, but a full plastic bag is fine. Any kind of plastic that is sheer is useful. I have these Baby Bells that I eat, and I realized that the cover is translucent, so you can easily shine light through these. Another thing you can do is put markers. Markers, food coloring is another thing you're gonna need, and then some paper, and this is the last thing you're gonna need. The first thing you wanna do is take one of your toilet paper tubes, and we wanna cut various lengths in them, and this will give you different dimensions in the throw of the light you're using, and we'll see that at the end with the different lights and the different cylinders. So this one I'm just gonna cut in half. And I've already pre-cut some smaller ones as well, and then I have one additional one. And like I said, if you have paper towel tube, you can even use that and leave it. The different length is gonna vary the throw of it. Another cool thing is you take your little plastic bag, and unfortunately I have food coloring, and this is the only thing I have. But if you have markers, it'd be even better. So what I'm gonna do is take my little bag and squeeze a little drop in the middle. And if you're doing markers, like I said, you're just gonna scribble all over it, and then you wanna get this ink everywhere, so you're just gonna press down and spread it. You're just gonna take it down and spread it to evenly distribute the color. And it will take some time. You wanna make sure you get all the air out, because it'll also help spread the color as well. It will stain your hands if you're using food coloring, so I highly recommend using markers instead. But after working with it for a while, you should get something like this, where I've squeezed most of the air out and spread the color out, and as you can see, the color has remained in this thin translucent film. It'll also be easier if you use a full plastic bag instead of these scrap plastic that I had, because you would be able to seal it and you wouldn't get ink all over your hands and your table. Another thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a sheet of paper, and we can draw any design we want onto it. So next thing, we're gonna take some paper, a scrap piece of paper. I have measured it roughly to the same size of my cylinder, so if you're using a wider tube, obviously you want a wider square. And we are gonna just draw anything, honestly. You can draw anything. We're gonna be making gobos, which is kind of it traps the light in certain ways and only shows what's cut out. So I'm just gonna draw a lovely little sun. I have my little sun, and now I'm just gonna cut it out. So here's my cutout shape. So here I have a little sun, and you can actually save the cutouts and do something called negative spacing, which is I'm going to take a piece of tape, sticky side up, and I have already cut out some little shapes. I've cut out the moon because I'm just going to do a day and night theme. And what you're going to do is stick your pieces of paper on the sticky side of the tape, and I have some stars as well. We're just gonna stick down. And you can put this over your toilet paper tube, and it's gonna reflect the clear and leave the moon and the stars out. And like I said, you'll see this at the end. And these are two ways to make gobos at your own home. In addition to using paper, you can also use aluminum foil it holds its shape better and it won't burn opposed to paper. It's supposed to be flame proof. But with foil, it's way more easily torn, so you have to be very gentle if you're gonna be cutting a shape out with tin foil. So you wanna keep that in mind. What you also can do is I'm just gonna wrap it around this tube, and I'm gonna make some little stars just by taking it and punching a little hole. And this is actually like how some designers make gobos now. If they want a custom gobo, they can just take pieces of foil or black wrap and cut their own little design out. And then you have your own little custom constellation gobo. And now that we have all of our gobos in our little gels, we are gonna turn the lights off and test everything out. So right now I'm using my cell phone as the light, and as you can see, the light is distributed across the entire wall. If, as a lighting designer, you really wanna focus in, so we would use things called barrels, which you could, in theory, we're gonna take our little toilet paper tubes and it's gonna act like our little barrel. And it's gonna cut off the extra light and give us a smaller circle. And that's because the light is bouncing off of the tube on the inside and only coming through at the one opening in the middle here. And you can also change the size with varying tubes. Like this is an original toilet paper tube. As you can see, the light is a lot smaller on this one because the tube is a lot longer. But if we use a tiny tube, like a piece like this, and cover it, you can see that the light is covering a lot more surface space. And this is just one of the techniques lighting designers use in the theater. Another thing they do is we can take things called gels and put them in front of lights to change the color. For here, like I said, I have my baby bell. I'm just gonna put that in front of my little gobo filter with a rubber band and hold it up. And as you can see, it changes the color of the light to red. And you can take your homemade gels, which is the plastic that you've colored in, and you can, again, put those around one of your tubes and put it in. And this one has like a really cool effect because of some of the air bubbles. So it's not a solid color as if you were going to be using like paint or a marker to color in your plastic, but you can see that the color is changing. And with these, you can also like layer them on top of each other and to create different colors. Let's hope this is green. So here we have like a teal that I just got mixing a little yellow with blue. And now I'm gonna be demonstrating the different gobos we have. And now I'm gonna demonstrate the different gobos we've made. So this is the little sun we drew earlier, and if I just put that over the lens, as you can see, it blocks out all the other light except for the image we cut out. So there's a little sun up in the little corner. So cute. And then we have the moon. And as you can see, the clear plastic is reflecting through, but the little moon and stars we cut out are in black. Next, our little stars. Our own little solar system. The cool thing about lighting is you can use this to improve your own productions, your puppet shows. If you've made a model, you can use it to light your model in a certain way. And these are just some of the techniques. I have some furniture here. And as you can see, like again, a lighting designer, we want to really focus in on a certain point. So we will use different barrels, or in these case, toilet paper tubes, to focus in the light and really pin spot the one thing we want. As you can see, I'm focusing really right now on the chair and a table. And you can combine the different methods we use and create your own little scenes. So I'm now putting a piece of plastic in front of the tube and creating a scene in red. Or you can just have like a fun little backdrop.